Our next guest worked for USAID and in the DRC for more than a decade, and he wrote about the challenges there in the report for the Council on Foreign Relations entitled Congo, Securing Peace, Sustaining Progress. Anthony Gambino joins us now live from Bethesda, Maryland. Anthony, thank you for being with us. The UN High Commission on Human Rights admitted this summer that it must do better in protecting Congolese women in the wake of the mass rape. One official, in fact, said they failed the victims. What solutions are being explored right now?
That is the key. The international community really has to come to the assistance of all these women and all the abuses that have occurred. We need results. As you've said, there have been tens of thousands of rapes just in the last year, hundreds of thousands over the last decade. Unfortunately, the Congolese government itself has not been successful in stopping this. As a matter of fact, the government's own military is responsible for many of the abuses. Therefore, it is for the international community, led by the large UN mission that is in Eastern Congo, to take effective action to prevent these continuing abuses.
And let's just rewind to that point. The fact that Congolese soldiers, men in the army, could have in fact been part of this is absolutely shocking. So let's talk about the role of education and the role of men there. As you say, one official saying the Congolese troops, they may have participated in this. So what's being done at a very basic level to educate men on all of this?
There's some very creative work being done by Congolese and international non-governmental organizations to reach out to men, some of whom have actually been rapists and abusers themselves, to convince them that what they're doing is wrong, and I salute that work. However, in the absence of any effective action to stop this, to end the impunity, these non-governmental efforts cannot reach the results that we need. The fact is that with increasing attention to this problem over the last decade, it hasn't gotten any better. Some observers think even it's getting worse. That's what's unacceptable. The situation has to start getting better.
Now, Anthony, tomorrow, in fact, you will address the Council on Foreign Relations on this topic, but really, how much international will is there to even address this at a time when many countries face their own serious and more immediate economic problems?
This is a very important point. I'd say two things. First, we did it successfully before. During the 2005-2006 period, in the run-up to elections in the Congo, the United Nations very aggressively and effectively took action to protect civilians in Eastern Congo. They really did an excellent job, and the scale of violence went down dramatically during that period, but then those approaches were dropped over the last few years. The second point I'd make is that there are still nearly 20,000 United Nations troops, as well as thousands of civilians in Eastern Congo working for the United Nations and other international organizations. If they are given the impetus to work more aggressively on this, much, much more can be done.
All right, we hope so. Anthony Gambino there from Bethesda, Maryland, author of the publication Congo, Securing Peace, Sustaining Progress. Indeed, a lot of work still to be done. Thanks for joining us here on Prism.
Thank you, Freeman.